In this vlog, we'll be going over C2E2, New York Now, and Emerald City Comic Con. Hi everyone, welcome back to another Emii Creations vlog video, and this time we're going over August 2022. Basically, this month marks the end of my crazy show season. I think I have 2 more events at the end of the year, but those are just like baby events, and then I can overall chill and not grind like crazy. So I'm very excited for that. But just as a disclaimer, that we were scheduled for 5 events in August, but I ended up canceling 2 of them because I got way too burnt out. So for those who are new, my name is Emii and I run a business called Emii Creations where I sell merchandise and products of my own art. And in these vlogs, we go a little bit over of what goes on with my business for the last month. So to start off with C2E2. So C2E2 happened on August 4 to 7. It's more of a Comic-Con show instead of an anime con, which I usually go to, so the audience is a little different. For this event, I was in the artist alley, so I was not allowed to bring any of my apparel, so for the first time in a long time, I actually set up my prints. Now, I didn't get too many print sales, but we did also set up commissions, and we got a lot of commissions, which was awesome. So it was a weird time for this show to happen because it usually is around March or April, and they had to push it back to August this year because of COVID reasons. A lot of people said it was not as busy as expected or as busy as past shows, but all in all, I still had a really great time. I got to try out a new booth setup, got to see some old friends, and I'll definitely be coming back if they will have me. All right, the next show was a big one as well. It was New York Now. For those not familiar, New York Now is a wholesale trade show, meaning I sell to retailers who have the intention of reselling my product at their own stores. It happened on August 13th to the 18th at the Javits Center in New York. I went by myself, brought 2 suitcases on the plane, one for setup and one with my collapsible table. It was my first time vending at this show, but I did walk it beforehand and I loved it, and it has always been on my bucket list. And overall, it did turn out super awesome. I found some really great buyers, all new buyers, and I did break even, which is not uncommon or bad for these shows. That's because one buyer can potentially reorder thousands of products from you year after year, making the whole show worth it. Then after show, I always try to do something a little bit for myself, and I went to see the Harry Potter play. Overall, I love that. Also, I really do love New York. It was so great to be able to walk everywhere. I was able to walk from my hotel to the event to the play, and there's so many food places within walking distance. I definitely will be back. I've already signed up for the Winter New York Now show as well, and hoping to do summer again. And then I did this crazy thing where right after New York Now was Emerald City Comic Con. Literally, like, they kind of overlapped a little bit. So because of the overlap, I did have to send Cricket, my helper, ahead to set up for me or to get the merchandise or set up materials there. And then I traveled straight from New York, had a layover, and then ended up in Seattle. So I basically didn't go home. So Emerald City Comic Con happened on August 17th to the 22nd this year at the Seattle Convention Center in Washington. A lot of people were reporting that it was a lot slower than normal. I've only been to Emerald City Comic Con twice, this year and last year, and both of them have been severely affected by COVID because of the new regulations and the new timeline for sure. So when I mean new timeline, I mean it usually happens in early March, but it got pushed back and pushed back because of COVID, and they're only next year starting to move everything back to its normal scheduling. as a complete transparency, I did not do very well. I barely broke even, which is not good considering how many hours we try to spend making these events a success. But even with that, I did sign up for next year because it is back to its usual schedule. It's going to be in a new building, perhaps a bigger building. So I am excited to see what will happen in 2023. And 2023, it will be back in early March from March 2nd to March 5th. So this is the time where we talk about my sales numbers. So I made $15K in gross sales for the month, but I only did pocket $5K of that. And that's mainly because a lot of the events were really expensive. And then I wasn't able to go to 2 of the shows and I did not make any money from that. And I think most of the income that I did pocket ended up coming from wholesale. I think half of it came from wholesale. So I'm still always glad to have wholesale in my back pocket to help me when I'm not doing as well at markets or events like that. But yeah, I am done with the main bulk of the event season and I'm so excited about that. And basically, I'm excited that I survived. So I have been very quiet about one of the biggest projects that I've been working on for actually the last few months and this month. I have been taking minimal footage of it because I wanted to go over it all at once, and that will be the next vlog or video that you will see from me. So a teaser for the next video. Be sure to like, subscribe, click the alert bell to get notifications when that video does come out. In the next video, I will be going over how I found my pop-ups, how much they cost, what goes into setting up for them monetarily and physically, and a little bit of how much I make and how much I hope to make from all of these pop-ups. So look forward to that video. Be sure to click that alert bell and do the subscribe to get notifications when that does come out. And I hope to see you there. I'm very excited for that. Until then, thank you for watching as always, and I hope you have a wonderful day.